Alright guys, welcome back to chapter 4. First of all, congratulations, you guys have been through first, second and third chapter. Now it's time to get serious where we're going to learn about technical analysis on chapter 4. Okay? So what are we going to learn today is support and resistance. This is the basic of trading itself. So it's very important for you guys, especially those who are still newbie, to understand this. So what is support and resistance? Basically, when we talk about support, you must find the V. This is U. We don't like the U, we want the V. What is the difference between U and V? The sharpness of this. So that is for support. And for resistance, we need to find the A. So this is the A. That is the support and resistance. As simple as that. So when we talk about charts, okay, the chart is looking like this. You guys can mark every support and resistance. Let's say this is for support and this is for resistance. Okay, so this is the support, this is the support, this is a support, this is a support, this is also a support, this is also a support. The first thing first for you guys to understand how to find a support, but does not mean every support must be found. I'll talk about that later on. Some support are important, some support are not, but we need to find out. Okay, how about resistance, guys? Same, this can be the resistance, this can be the resistance, this can be the resistance, this can be the resistance. So this is the support and resistance. Basically, the resistance is at the top and the support is at the bottom. So what you guys can see here is when we talk about the market, what are people use for support? So normally for support, we look for buy. And for resistance, we look for sell. So that's why if you guys see the chart, this is at the resistance, we push the sell, we can make the profit. If we buy at the support, we make another profit. Okay, so that's how we find the support and the resistance, and that's how we want to know when the price come to the resistance. Normally we go for sell. When we find the support, normally we go for buy. Why? All right, let me explain to you. There's a strong support and also weak support. So for strong support, normally it look like this. So the strong support will have more than two touch. Okay, this is what we call as a significant. This showing that the price keep on rejecting this and showing a strong support. How about a weak support? Right, for a weak support, normally just only have two or less than that. So that is a weak support. Same goes to resistance. Strong resistance is the one that have touched more. Some of you guys might have a question like, what kind of time frame we are talking? Okay, we are talking about lower time frame, which is M1, M5, M15. Normally my analysis style, I'll go for a low time frame for a good opportunity to make a good scalping, but still we make a 100 pip for every time we scalp. So this is a strong resistance. How about the weak resistance? So this is a weak resistance, okay? It has less touch. So this is a strong resistance and this is a weak resistance. So now, before I show you guys what kind of decision we need to make at the support and resistance, let's take a look at the example. First thing first, you guys need to change into a line chart, okay? Why? Because you guys can find the V and the A. Now let's find it. This is a good resistance. This is a good support. This is a good support, you see. This is a resistance. Although the resistance is break, you see. Why? Because it only has one touch on it. This is a very strong resistance. As you guys can see why it's a strong resistance. That's why it come here. You guys can see how the price come back here and reject this one. Okay. So that showing a strong resistance. So back then when the price were like this, so you guys have marked this resistance here, and you guys can see how the price touch this resistance because it's already showing more than here, right? This is the first one, second one, third one, and it touched here. Boom, that is a strong resistance. This is not a really good support. That's why it breaks straight away. So it makes a fake out. Yes, the support is valid, but it makes the fake out push higher. So you guys have seen how did I mark the support and resistance and how to find the strong support and the strong resistance. All right, you guys can train it. Okay, make sure to mark it and send it to me if you guys want. And also guys, you guys have seen not all support you guys can trust, but that one we'll talk about on the next chapter. As for now, when the price comes to the support and resistance, you guys need to know two things. It's only bounce or breakout. In a support and resistance theory, okay, you must understand that 80% is bounce, meaning that when the price meet the support and resistance, it will be bounce first. But for the breakout, it's 20%. This is high risk. When it's high risk, it's high return. But there's a strategy that for you guys to know what to do when the price break out. So for a bounce trader, normally it will find a strong resistance. So you guys already seen this resistance here, and the price keep on playing. So when the price come back here, this is where you find the sell, because most of it will be bounce. This is for bounce trader, and this is 80% can give you a profit. And for support, same. Let's say this is the support. Although this support is not so strong, but what you guys can do is when the price come here, you guys can go for buy. That is the fundamental of support and resistance. When the support come, there's 80% for the price to bounce, so you guys can go for buy. How to know when it will be breakout, guys? You must understand these golden rules. The first rule is first touch 100% bounce. Second touch 50% chances to bounce. That's why if you guys have been following me, sometimes I sell at the resistance and then I sell it again at the resistance. I take the second time sell, all right? And the third one, normally the third touch, when the price come back to the resistance, there's a potential to break out. So there's 80% to break out. So this is the golden rule, guys, that you guys need to understand. So let's say this is the resistance. The price come here first time, it will bounce. Okay, place again, it comes here, it can be bounced again. But then when it comes back here again for the third time, normally what will happen is, yes, it will be bounced for the third time, but then it will have this as a confirmation to make the breakout, and make the breakout. So what we can do is, this is where the sell is done. Okay, no more selling. When the resistance is already breakout, we cannot find for the sell anymore because the direction has been changed. So that's all, guys, for the chapter number 4. I hope you guys have learned it. So now you guys can go practice to find the support and resistance, but don't take it seriously because that is not the real support and resistance. What you guys learn is only the concept, the theory of the support and resistance, because I'll teach you guys later on how to find the real support and resistance. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next chapter.